Good morning, ESC friends and family. Excited to spend some time with you here on the website and trying to help everybody get accustomed to your timesheet, your HR kiosk, and some questions you may have on finding a sub. Those will all be upcoming here in the next few minutes, so stick with me as we get through it. The MVESC.org website here, as you can see on the screen, you're going to come over to Employee. I'm going to click on Employee and it'll give you an opportunity to log in. Again, first name dot last name and then your password. Brings up the Employee Page Center. I'm going to scroll down here to Human Resources and down to HR Kiosks. So anytime you're going to take a day off of any sort, as an employee, you need to put it in the Employee Kiosk. It'll bring up this page. I would recommend you go over to the top right and click on the star, so when you bring up your browser from here on out, it can just be a tab you can click on, bring you right to this section. Go ahead and log in and you'll see your personal information here. And then we can go over, if you're taking a day off of any sort, go to leave request, create a new leave or request. Your job title should be here. And then we're going to click on this drop down, any sort of leave that you may be taking. Let's say we've got dock time here. Make sure we are aware that this is an emergency situation. It technically should be pre-approved if possible, but it's an emergency situation, so make sure you're asking your supervisor if there's any questions on that. Jury duty, military, other, personal leave, professional leave, or sick leave. We'll do personal leave right now. Just as an example, you should have 3 days in your balance for personal leave. You can put down a reason for taking the leave here. And we'll say we're starting, so I know I'm going to take off the 24th. And I go over here, start time, my normal start time for a day. In this instance, let's say 8 a.m. And I'm going to end at 3. Paying attention to the AM, PM here. So I have an 8 to 3 full day, let's say. So I'm going to type in 1 day. It's 1 day total leave. I'm not going to put anything in here for 0.00 because I'm taking the full day. If I were to be taking a half day, let's say it was 8 till 11 a.m., then I'm going to come down here and instead of, I'm putting nothing in this leave and days, I'm going to put a 0.5 there. So I've got my 0.5 days I'm taking. Scroll down, you can hit submit here, and that'll start an email chain of approvals to your supervisor and to anyone else up through until you get your notification that everyone has approved your day and you can take the request that you have made. Again, once you log into the employee kiosk, you're going to click on create a new request and do exactly what we were just talking about there. You can use a lot of different types of leave, but that was just an example today. I'll be back here in a few moments to talk about the timesheets. All right, so back here looking at the homepage again, MVESC.org. We're going to look at timesheets. If you go over here, just hovering over employees, you can see the timesheet down here and go down and click on that. If you'd like to go back through the employee page, you can do that, but get us to this section and put in your username and password again. First name dot last name. I'm going to change it. All right, and if I go here to get timesheet, make sure you're going to the proper time pay period. Get my timesheet here, and we'll just do a little quick walkthrough. Today is the 12th, so we'll scroll down here to Thursday the 12th, and today we're going from 9:30 till 11:30. One thing to make sure we're remembering is the AM. This is AM to AM, so making sure that we have the proper time there. And this is opening day. If that's all I'm doing today, I can come down here, hit save, and it will calculate. We've got 2 hours of time today for opening day. Let's say we start tomorrow and your normal day, we'll say is 7 to 2, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's a regular day, nothing specific's happening, whether or not you're taking any time out, stepping away for lunch or not. And click save, and we have our normal 7-hour day for anybody timesheet. And if there's a 7.5, but your normal day. Let's say you're taking a sick day, and we'll just put it in here for an example on the 9th. Your typical day is, let's say, is 8:30 to 4:30. But let's see, we're doing that. We've got, so I'm going to save this. And we had an 8-hour day there again, 8 a.m., p.m. If you're at work, put your time in. Let's go up here to the 5th. We're going to take a sick day on the 5th. Now you've put in the Kiosk all that information. There's a chain that goes through. So only thing you need to do on your timesheet is put in sick day out here in the comments. We will not be placing any time there. You only place time in your timesheet if you're at work. If you're not there, don't put it. If it's a personal day, again, I'm going to put personal day. I'm not putting in time because that is calculated through the Kiosk when you put the Kiosk in, which we've already talked about, whatever day you're taking. So this might be everything that I have in my timesheet for this month, and it will calculate everything through there. Once you're done on the 15th or the 30th, depending on which one, which time period it is, you're going to click down here. It should say email. It says Adam Copeland because I'm the supervisor. Timesheet is complete. Once you click on that, up here in the top left, it says timesheet status has been emailed. That gives your supervisor an email that says the timesheet's been completed for them to go in, check over everything. If there's any questions, they should check with you, and then they can approve it, and it'll go on up into the physical department for them to approve. So that's a quick look at the timesheet. If you have any questions on that, please feel free to reach out to your supervisor, and we can continue to give you some additional help there. Hope that was helpful, and we'll be back here in 1 second. All right, back here just quickly to have a quick conversation about subbing for paraprofessionals. If you are needing a sub, one thing that I think people don't realize is you put your stuff into the Kiosk, and as a parapro and you're taking the day off, that Kiosk information does not go to those that are looking for the substitutes for the paraprofessionals. So if you're a parapro and you need a day off, the next slide is Julia and Carla's information, and we need you to make sure that you are finding the proper way to communicate with them, whether it's email or if they want you to send them a text message. As soon as you know you're taking a day off, please place that message to them or email to them so they can start looking. It's a difficult thing to continue to try to find people to sub in classrooms. We want to make sure that we're doing our best for kids, that if you're taking a day off, that day is filled and every adult that needs to be in the room is in there. So again, Julia and Carla's information will be on the next slide, and Kate will have a little bit more information on that. But thanks for listening. Hope it was a help. Please reach out to your supervisor if you have any questions. Thank you so much.